Hi there, my name is Richard and I want to talk to you about an experience that I had many years ago, and way back in 1974. I want to talk to you about my walk with the Lord. And what actually happened to me is very similar to the movie The Jesus Revolution that was recently playing. And at that time in the 70s there was a massive move of the Spirit worldwide. That of course was in California, America. But I was living in New Zealand, in Christchurch, New Zealand, and the same thing was happening over there, a tremendous revival of the Spirit of God. And I was led to salvation by a friend of mine, one of the friends from a band that I was involved with. And I'm thinking back, the kids in the 70s, very much like today, they're looking for identity, they're looking for security, and we were very much looking for security, looking in every place except the church, of course, but searching everywhere and not finding. But when he led me to the Lord, I was led to truth. The three major turning points, or three things that I remember specifically of my early years of becoming a Christian, and the first one was about the second day after I became a Christian, second or third day, I can't remember. One night we were down on the beach in the middle of summer, and we all had a prayer meeting, about 30 of us in a circle, singing and praying. It's all very new to me. But as I was singing and praying, I literally heard angels above my head. I could hear them singing along, and I was absolutely amazed and never heard anything like that. I looked up and I thought, and I said to them, I remember saying, whatever that was, I want to be there forever. That's what I wanted to be, So and who would have thought that several decades I should say, later, I would still be involved with music and Christian music to this day. So God answered that prayer. That's the first thing. And the second turning point early in my Christian walk was I attended a music camp, and it's a long story. We had a music camp, and I remember in one of the evening services we were singing a song which was quite popular at the time, from Revelation chapter 5 verses 11 and 14 about and I beheld and I heard the voice of many angels round about the throne, and in that during that song there was just a tremendous sense of God moving. But during that song and during that time, in a split second of time, a small tiny microsecond of time, I was taken into eternity and out again, like that, bang bang, in and out. And I was actually before the very throne room of God, and actually gave me a fright. I thought, what the heck was that? And I was taken aback. But God gave me a glimpse of that, and even though it was only like a tiny little second, it was the most incredible thing. And the amazing thing, as I thought about it afterwards, I was thinking, I only spent a tiny little split second. We're going to be there for all eternity. And how amazing was that? And whenever I got discouraged in my Christian walk, I'd always remember that time where I was actually taken to the very throne room. And the third thing was this, that I was actually witnessed a family member, it was actually a young nephew, who was healed of leukemia, and something that they had very few cures for back in the 70s. But the church prayed, and I actually saw the church prayed for him, and he was healed instantly, this little boy who's still alive today. And he was healed instantly, and that blew me away. So I was actually introduced to Jehovah Rapha. Rapha was the Hebrew word for the God who heals. That was another real incredible turning point in my life, seeing the hand of God healing people. So there's been many incredible things that God has taken me through in my walk and down through the years. And that's only three things that I can think of on the top of my head in my early Christian walk. But one thing I know for sure is that God is truly faithful. He's faithful to his word, and he's faithful to his people, and he's faithful to you. Lamentations chapter 3, one of my favourite verses, says, verse 22 and 23 says, the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies are new. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. Thank you.